Hey everyone, welcome to Speak Like a Native. I'm Maya.
And I'm Leo. And Maya, I have to confess something. I am terrified of this topic.
Terrified of filler words? Leo, it's not like we're asking you to juggle fire.
No, it's worse than that. Every single English learning video I have ever watched says stop using filler words. They make you sound weak. You sound like you don't know what you're saying. And I feel like I use them constantly. I say maybe 5 times in a single sentence.
Okay, first of all, I love that you just said naturally right there. That was perfect. And second, those videos are wrong, or at least they're only half right. Because the truth is, native speakers absolutely use filler words. The difference is knowing how to use them so they sound natural and confident, not like a nervous habit.
Wait, so you're telling me that and actually, these aren't bad words? I'm allowed to use them?
You're allowed to use them, yes, but you need to use them with intention. Think of filler words like salt in a dish, a little bit brings out the flavor, too much, and you've ruined the meal. Today, we're going to teach you exactly how much salt to use and when to leave it out entirely.
Okay, I'm intrigued. So what's the first one, the one that most learners mess up the most?
Oh, that's an easy one. It's you know. And the reason learners mess it up is simple. They use it to fill dead air. They're thinking of what to say next, so they say you know, like a broken record. Native speakers do not use it that way. We use you know, when we want to check if the listener is following us or when we're about to say something that should be obvious.
Can you give me an example? Because I'm definitely the broken record type.
Sure. Imagine you're telling your friend about your boss. You say, "My boss is so strict. You know, he checks every single email before we send it." Here, you know means, this is kind of obvious. You can probably guess the kind of boss I'm talking about. It invites the listener to agree with you.
Okay, so it's like saying, I think you'll understand what I mean.
Exactly. Now compare that to the bad version. Listen to this. So I was at the store, and I saw this jacket, and it was on sale, so I bought it. That second version, that's the nervous habit. Every adds nothing. It's just noise.
Oh no, I say it exactly like the second version, every single time.
And that's why we're here today, Leo. So here's your first rule for only use it once in a story. Use it right before the key detail, the thing you want the listener to agree with or nod along to. And after you say it, take a tiny pause. Let the word land.
Let me try. So I was at the coffee shop yesterday, and the barista, she was the one who always remembers my order. And she just handed me the coffee without me saying anything.
Yes, that was perfect. One right before the important detail. And you pause naturally after it. I could feel you inviting me to nod. See how much better that sounds?
It felt different, like I was actually talking to you, not just making sounds.
That's the whole point of filler words. When used well, they create connection. They make the conversation feel human. Now, let's talk about the second one. This is I mean.
Oh, I use this one a lot too. Usually when I'm trying to correct myself or when I just said something weird.
And guess what? That's actually one of the correct uses. I mean is perfect when you want to clarify or rephrase something. For example, the movie was okay. I mean, the acting was great, but the ending was confusing. Here, I mean signals to the listener. I'm about to give you a more precise version of what I just said.
Okay, so that one I might actually be doing right then?
Partly. But here's the mistake most learners make. And Leo, I want you to listen carefully because this is the part that surprises people. Some learners use I mean to start every thought. Especially, and I see this a lot with Spanish and Italian speakers, they use I mean as a direct translation of ose or idro, and it becomes a verbal crutch.
Ah, so they use it like a comma?
Exactly. It becomes punctuation between every sentence. I went to the park today. I mean, the weather was really nice. I mean, I sat on a bench and read. I mean, it was a great afternoon. If you hear someone talking like that, it sounds like they're constantly second-guessing themselves. Like nothing they say is the final version.
Right. So when should I not use I mean?
Don't use it when you're stating a fact that doesn't need correction. If you say the meeting starts at 3 p.m., don't follow it with I mean 3 p.m. That's redundant. Trust your first sentence. Only use I mean when you genuinely want to rephrase or add nuance.
Got it. So I mean is a rephrase tool, not a space filler.
Beautifully said. Now here's the third one. And this one is my personal pet peeve when it's used poorly. Actually,
Oh, actually, I love this word. I think it makes me sound smart.
it can make you sound smart, or it can make you sound like you're correcting everyone all the time. See, actually has two very different energies. The first one is the polite correction. Actually, I think the restaurant closes at 10, not 9. That's fine. But when you start every sentence with actually, you come across as a know it all.
Oh no. I feel attacked. I do this at work all the time.
I believe you. And your colleagues might be annoyed. Let me paint a picture. Imagine you're in a team meeting. Someone says, the client's main concern is the budget, and you say, actually, I think the main concern is the timeline. Now that's a valid point, but because you started with actually, it sounds like you're saying you're wrong. Instead, try. That's a good point. I'd also add the timeline as a major concern.
So actually comes with a warning label. Use it carefully.
Exactly. The best use of actually is when you're introducing a surprising or unexpected piece of information. Like this, I thought I hated hiking. Actually, I really enjoyed it last weekend. Here, actually signals a contrast between expectation and reality. That's the sweet spot.
Okay, so actually for surprises and genuine corrections, not for disagreeing with everything.
You got it. Now, number 4, and this one is the trickiest because it's so subtle, right?
Oh, right. Right. So let's move on to the next point. Or, you're coming to the party, right?
Both are valid, but they have different functions. The first one, right, so, is a transition signal. It means I've absorbed what you said, and now I'm moving forward. It's very natural. The second one, you're coming right, is a confirmation tag. It asks for agreement.
Okay, those sound fine to me. What's the mistake?
The mistake is when learners use right as a constant confirmation-seeking device. Some learners, especially from East Asian backgrounds, use right at the end of almost every sentence as a politeness marker. I went to the store right. I bought some milk right. And then I came home right. This makes the speaker sound unsure, like they need permission for every statement.
I've heard that. It sounds like the person is asking, am I correct? Am I correct? After every single thing they say.
Precisely. Use right only when you genuinely need confirmation or when you want to check alignment. And one more tip, when you use right as a transition like right, let's get started, say it with confidence. Drop your voice at the end. Don't let it go up like a question.
Can I try a sentence with right and see if I've got it?
Please do.
Okay, we talked about the project timeline. Right, so my part of the work is due next Friday.
You dropped your voice beautifully on right. That was confident. That was a leader talking, not someone seeking permission.
Nice. I feel like I just leveled up without studying.
That's the whole goal here. Now let's do a quick practice round. I'm going to give you 3 sentences with big gaps. You fill each gap with one of the 4 words. You know, I mean actually, or right. Ready?
Ready.
First sentence. I usually don't like spicy food. Blank. This new Thai place changed my mind.
Ooh, that's a contrast. That's actually this new Thai place changed my mind.
Perfect. Second sentence. My neighbor plays guitar every night. Blank. He's not that good, but he's passionate.
I mean, he's not that good, but he's passionate.
Great. Third and final one. She's the kind of person who, blank, she'll text you back within 10 seconds.
She'll text you back within 10 seconds.
Fantastic. You used them all correctly. Now let me ask you this. Did any of those feel forced? Did you have to think too hard?
Honestly, no. Once you explained the rule, it felt natural. Like these words have specific jobs. And as long as I use them for their job, not as random noise, it works.
That is exactly the takeaway I want every listener to remember. Filler words are not your enemy, they're tools. You know, invites agreement. Clarifies, actually signals surprise or correction. And write checks or transitions. Use them intentionally and they make you sound like a real natural English speaker.
So the problem isn't the word, it's the habit.
Yes. And habits can be changed. Start with just one word. Pick your worst offender, probably the one you use the most, and for 1 week, be hyper aware of it. Every time you catch yourself saying it, pause, replace it with silence. The silence will feel weird for 3 days. Then it'll feel normal, and then you'll be in control.
I'm gonna do that with, because I know I say it too much. And I know that sounds like a joke, but I'm serious.
And that was a perfect use of just now. You said it once, you paused, and you made your point. Leo, you're already doing it right.
Okay, before we wrap up, what about, because I know that's a huge one for a lot of people. I hear Americans say all the time, I was so tired. Is that okay?
Great question. Is its own universe. We could do an entire episode on just but the short version is, when used as a filler every other word, it sounds like a valley stereotype from the 1990s, but when used as a quotative, and I was like, what did you just say? That is perfectly natural and very common in American English. So for now, focus on the 4 we covered today, and we'll do a deep dive on in another episode.
I'm holding you to that. Okay, so today's rule, 1 sentence. What is it?
Today's rule. Filler words are flavor, not food. Use them sparingly, use them intentionally, and your English will instantly sound more natural and more confident.
That's a good one. I'm writing that down.
And for everyone listening, don't try to fix all 4 at once. Pick one, just one. Replace it with a pause for a week. That's your challenge. And come back and tell us how it went in the comments. We read every single one.
This was genuinely helpful, Maya. I feel like I got permission to talk like a real person.
Because you do have permission. You always did. You just needed to know how. So from all of us at Speak Like a Native, keep talking, keep making mistakes, and keep getting better. We'll see you in the next episode.
See you next time.